An awkward dinner, a mistaken identity, and a slap of status. Who may call themselves a Randolph, who may pass as white, and who must serve. As Monticello hosts investors and friends, the house turns toward
Doris,
a harsher ledger.
don't you see what's
Furniture
happening?
tallied, clocks priced,
You
books appraised.
invited me
Here, the
to
scene sets
invest
the stakes.
in your university.
When ideas run on empty, libraries and lives
You
become
came
currency.
here because you wanted me to put money into your gunpowder company.
It is priceless, huh?
We are beggars both.
Oui. Our relationship is worth far more than that. Forgive me, dear man.
No. Forgive me, my beggar friend.
White women do not work in the kitchen. How dare you pass yourself off as a Randolph? How dare you pass yourself off as white? How dare you? How dare you?
Get up!
Get your foot off me, nigger! How dare you?
I said stop it! Master William, you will never treat my children this way in my home. Do you understand me, Mr. Bacon?
Yes, Miss Sally?
Will you escort this boy off the row and back to his family?
Let's go, son.
And you get cleaned up.
Please, forgive me. I am mortally embarrassed by his behavior. He had no right to deal with your servant in that manner.
No, it is no reflection on you, mon ami. And besides, it might serve to teach that young man a measure of respect.
Encore les amis de la République.
Of course.
Adieu.
Well, you did well to defend your sister, young man.
Thank you, sir.
Harry, are you all right?
Yes, sir.
Sometimes we are hurt because of what we do not say, because we fail to tell the truth.
And what truth are you talking about, Papa?
I know you are worried. You're afraid I'm going to die and leave you alone and overwhelmed. But you are strong, Sally.
Assessors arrive. Shelves are
You
cleared.
are strong, and I've
8,000
come
volumes.
to depend
A
on your
lifetime of
strength.
reading. Travel to rebuild a national
We shall
library.
sail our bark with
But the arithmetic
hope
does
in
not
the
bless
head,
the household.
leaving fear
Mortgages
far
at
and
Poplar
away.
Forest,
We shall
equipment
be fine.
sold, debts compounding. In the parlor, they debate the last unspoken asset,
No, that's
people.
fine.
I
must
will
go to the
not
stable.
sell my servants, Jefferson
Yes,
insists.
I must go to the
The
stable.
reply is colder. 152 slaves, Papa.
I'm an old
This
man
is not
now,
a policy
Sally, but a
seminar. It's the
younger
bill for
one
an
on
American
horseback.
dream.
Mr. Jefferson's finances never improved. Yet he co-signed loans for friends, spent money building his university, and entertained visitors for months, until the gravity of his debt became a harsh reality.
Everything from our joinery has gone for a mere $50. The Campeche chairs, the speed press, the revolving bookcase, everything. We can only hope our French belongings will compensate for that loss.
The assessors from Philadelphia are in the front hallway. They will settle a sum for the European paintings and the maps.
European maps, not my maps of this country. They ought to be left to the university along with my papers, my drawings. Oh, Sally. The clocks.
They'd be so too, Thomas.
They are here from Washington for the books. Papa?
President James Madison authorized the purchase of Thomas's collection of books to replace those destroyed when the British burned the National Library in 1812. 8,000 books. Books from around the world. Books he'd owned for decades. Books Thomas had taught me to read from. Books I had taught my children and other slaves with.
This is no great loss. And my good fortune will be the nation's gain. And besides, I've read them all twice over.
How much did the government pay for the books, Papa?
That is my private affair, Martha.
Because if it is not over $50,000, then we shall be forced off this plantation.
Forced off nonsense. I still own all the equipment and livestock here.
Which is being sold.
And at Verina and Poplar Forest.
Which are mortgaged. You have 152 slaves, Papa. That is your only valuable commerce now.
No, I will not sell my servants.
And if you sell 60 of them, you will hold off the bank for 6 months.
They are mine! And I will not abandon them.
Oh, and I will tell you! I will tell you it has happened. It has happened. It's over.
What has happened, Martha?
We are bankrupt. The bankers cannot bring themselves to face Mr. Jefferson.
The admission lands.
They will
I
be
was afraid
financed alone
and
only when they
complacent.
receive the money owed
Hope
them.
for emancipation
We are
yielded to habit,
$100,000
comfort,
in
and
debt.
politics, until the debt arrives with names and
And though it
dates.
is noble in the face of demise
This
to be
chapter teaches the
uncompromising,
oldest lesson
Papa.
in American history. Principles without
We need
power
the money our
and planning
slaves can
collapse into
provide.
sale notices. And the people who pay first are the ones who never chose the bargain.
Please excuse me. It's time for my ride. To remember that there was a time when I'd hoped for the emancipation of all of you. Because nothing is more certain than that one day your people will know freedom. But I have failed you in that. And my Monticello dream has failed, too, because it was based on slavery, which I have always known in my heart was an iniquity. But I did nothing because I was afraid and complacent. And that has brought us all to this painful moment.